Hello everybody, hope you are all doing very well and welcome back to another cryptocurrency slash stock market technical analysis for you all, because I'm going to be starting off today's video reviewing Bitcoin and the trades that I am currently in right now, and then moving over to the stock market, which I have actually been trading more today, going over the trades that I am also currently in right there on the stock market. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I just want to say before I start that this glitchy sort of green screen filter effect that I have going on right now will be sorted tomorrow, because I have bought a green screen, proper one. So the a sort of effect that I have going on will be fixed basically. So yeah, that will be ready for tomorrow. But yeah, we're here for the content. You're here for the technical analysis. Let's go into Bitcoin, starting with the positions that I'm in. So, if you watched yesterday's live stream, which I actually really enjoyed, I really enjoyed speaking with you yesterday. It was a lot of fun for me. I hope you enjoyed the content too. I was just saying how I had targets for Bitcoin to move upwards, where I had my short positions laddered. Okay, so I went to sleep with my short positions laddered. Going from 3,460, and it was up to 3,560. Okay, so I was saying I was laddering my shorts here. For the predicted move up to then obviously come back down. I am bearish on Bitcoin. So what happened overnight? Very nice to see this, and these are positions that when I enter, I have no worry in the world. I just enter them because I was really confident in this position, to be honest. So overnight, I had my first short position here filled from my laddered shorts that I already had going forwards. So my first laddered short position from when I went to sleep was filled at the 382 Fibonacci level. Okay, for me, the 382 and the 618, both of them together, 382 and 618, are for me levels that I love shorting on. I will always take shorts on those positions. Okay, the 382, because it's a typical, you've probably heard of the expression dead cat bounce. So after you've got a swing high, you make a swing low, and that swing low starts to get some higher lows. Okay, you start to get higher lows, and normally when RSI becomes oversold. Okay, so you can see here, we started to make some bullish divergences as the price was coming down, RSI is going up. You start making some bullish divergences, a swing low is formed, and then you move up, and time again, the price will move up on this sort of relief rally, hit the 382, get rejected, and come back down. Okay, so obviously I went to sleep last night with these short positions laddered up to the 618, sat at around, or my final short was at around 3,560, where you basically went to sleep, had my first short position filled, which was at the 382, woke up, which was around this candle here before the big drop down. Woke up with that candle filled, and then yeah, obviously woke up happy seeing that this position had been filled, and then within an hour we had obviously saw a big drop back down. Obviously losing all of those high-low supports that had been established, and now we're sort of just being sideways ranging for the rest of the day. So I'm still in that short position. I'm willing to hold this. I'm holding it all the way up to the 6.5 pretty much Fibonacci level. And I'll just see how this goes now from Bitcoin. And that was the only trade that I actually took on Bitcoin on the whole of the day. So that laddered short position got filled there. I had nothing to worry about, sat in really nice profits, and I actually moved my focus onto the stock market. So if you're only here for cryptocurrency, I have got a story at the end which is going to be quite interesting. If you're interested in my stories or anything like that, about a interview that I had today. So if you're interested in hearing about my social life, then it's actually a trading job that I was offered, so it's quite interesting. But well, it was for me. So if you're interested in that, then stay for the end, or stay for the stock market analysis, which I'm going to be going over now. So yeah, the stock market, for me, a brilliant market to be trading right now. For me, there's more opportunity in the stock market than there is in the cryptocurrency market. Okay, obviously cryptocurrency trying to find its bottom, while the stock market is obviously getting big volatility up and down, mainly up over the last few weeks. But my positions today were short positions, apart from the volatility index, VIX. Okay, so I will start with Facebook, because Facebook was the biggest move of the day. Obviously, so this was the market open. Okay, so it had a really, really strong open where we moved up from yesterday's close, which was on this candle, up to the top, about a 14% move up. Okay, for me, the reason I shorted into this, okay, so just so you can see like where I'm opening positions, here we are. I was opening my position. I got filled slightly above this line. Obviously, I enter my positions and then post on Twitter. But here, I was entering my first short position off of the double top, which was lining up really nicely with the zero point 0.5 Fibonacci level. And for me, this was the reason I entered into this short. Okay, so if we zoom out a little bit here, let me zoom out to the daily chart so you can see this a little bit easier. Let me just zoom this in a little bit so you can all see what's going on here, and just explaining like why I took this short position today. Okay, so the reason I entered into this short position, which was around $170 where I had my whole short filled, the reason I entered into this short was firstly the rejection from what was a pretty much, you know, within a few cent double top. Okay, the double top, which where this downtrend sort of, you know, took steam, so to speak. Okay, so obviously we had a small downtrend here, got another peak. And then from here, we obviously had a really strong downtrend to around $128, okay, which I'm seeing as support here. But, you know, from here, obviously this was the peak, moved down. Today we had a strong, really big move up, okay. Zoom this down to the 4 hours so you can see a little bit more detail. Had this strong move up, and I saw that we had this double top rejection. Okay, I saw that we had the double top rejection. That for me was the first thing of me thinking, okay, I'm going to be entering a short here, double top. The reason I love trading double tops is because the risk to reward is amazing. To be honest, the risk to reward is very good. And I also, obviously, we were getting rejected from the 0.5 Fibonacci level. Okay. So the way that you trade a double top like this, I wait to first see if there's a rejection. I wouldn't, on a move up like this, I wouldn't just mark it into a short position or have bids waiting here, okay? I wait for a little bit of confirmation first. So waited for the confirmation that this had been rejected, and you can tell it's being rejected on like a 3 minute time frame. Okay, so you have to be looking at it in the moment to get the most profits, but you see that it's getting a rejection on the 3 minute time frame. And then what you do is you enter into a short position at $170, for instance, where I got filled just above. You have your stops just above that double top rejection, and then you can obviously play down to whatever your target is. My targets were the 5 and 15 minute exponential moving averages, so obviously they catch up quite quickly they catch up quite quickly, obviously because they're lower time frame exponential moving averages. Okay. So we see the 15 minute here. Obviously, they're curving down bearishly now, the 8 and 12. But I am hoping for this to come down to the 26 on the 15 minute time frame, or for the 26 to catch up. Okay, so that will be one or two scenarios. Obviously, we have the bottom of this gap out that's going to be acting as a support as well. Okay, so that's how I'm trading Facebook, and that's obviously a short position that is in really good profit. I've already taken 66% of this profit. You know, just a really good trade. To be honest, it was a really good trade. Just keeping it simple. Some people were saying to me that, wow, this is like so simple. And I'm like, yeah, really, if you trading does not have to be hard. And I'm a big advocate that trading doesn't have to be hard, as long as you have your risk management on point and you have you know, a good not fundamental as such, but a good strategy, then doesn't trading really doesn't have to be hard. I'm doing this every single day, and it really is not hard. Obviously, the more experience you have, the easier it can be, and the more confidence you can have in entering these positions. But for me, this was a high confidence, low risk trade that I would take every single day of the week. Okay. Okay, so now I'll give you an example of another trade that I'm in on the volatility index. This trade is currently sat in very small loss. Okay, so I'm in a losing position right now, but it's like 0.5%, so I'm really not worried. And the reason why I'm longing the volatility index right now is a couple of reasons, to be honest. Okay, so let me cover them all for you. So the reason I am looking to long this, or I'm already in my first long position, but I am expecting maybe a little bit more movement down. So I'm laddering into this long, another way of risk management and protecting yourself. But I am currently in a long position here. Why am I in this long position? Well, I see really strong horizontal support on the horizon. Okay, so my original long from this morning was actually $17 and around 30 cents. Okay, so it's down a few percent. But this was just the first position of my ladder. Okay. Oh, excuse me. And I'm laddering down. There's a 10% gap here, okay? Just so you know, it's a big gap. So I'm being very careful with my ladders, but there is a 10% gap down to where I'm seeing the bounce, okay? But I'm laddering in on this 10% gap, okay? which is currently for me around $15, maybe $15.20 bottom sort of support, $15.33 where I have it mapped out at the lowest, okay? And that's off of this low here. So I'm seeing around $15.50, really strong support. But the reason I'm laddering in is because I see a potential of about sooner than that, okay? I see the price obviously here that's going to be acting as support, which is around $16.10-15 okay, $16 more or less, okay, is going to be support. Obviously you have to be quite exact with this, apologies. So $16.09, $16.09 is a bottom sort of where we could be looking for a triple bottom here. I also see, you see the price has been making lower lows. Okay, so price here made a lower low, and the RSI is currently making a higher low. Obviously, when I bought in, I was expecting a nice flip around for my first position, but you can clearly see price is RSI. I don't trade just solely off RSI, but I like to see this as well. That price is clearly making some higher lows here on RSI. So that's in my mind here. While we're obviously the price here has made a lower low, RSI is making a higher low. That's not the main reason for me entering this trade though. Mainly it's because I am expecting a bounce. Obviously, we on the volatility index there has been a really big sell-off from the 26th of December down to where we are now, 53% downwards movements, and all we have seen is one 25% bounce. Okay, obviously that's a big bounce, and this was one that I longed, and I managed to get in on this as well, which was nice. I didn't long it from the bottom. Didn't catch any sort of knife on this one, but I got it after it broke this resistance. I longed it up to the 382 Fibonacci level, so that was a nice play, and now I'm trying to hopefully do the same again here. But it's a really risky position because obviously I'm kind of catching a falling knife. So you have to have good risk management when you try and do what I'm doing here. And I have got good risk management. I'm laddering in, and I've got a stop loss should it move away from me. But with the profits that I've made from Facebook and also EA, which I'm going to cover now, I can cover myself. So again, I have no stress if this goes through, because I've already up way more than I'll lose off of EA and Facebook. So here on EA, let me cover you. Let me cover what I was going over here. Okay, so EA. What we have seen here on EA is the price. Let me just zoom in for you all really closely of why I shorted this. So again, this was off of the 15-minute chart, and what it formed here was this triple top on an RSI. Off of the trend line resistance that I was looking at. Okay. So as you see here, my short was taken just above this. Okay, so it was just above this. Obviously, again, my print screens are posted after I've entered the trade, and it was about 92 cents at $92 and about 35 cents. Was where I had my short position filled, and this was just a scalp. Okay, so this was just a scalp, and this was on the 15-minute charts where I entered this scalp position. Okay, after this move was obviously the reason why I was entering this is from this trend line resistance line, and we were also hitting a Fibonacci resistance. So I like to see these things lining up. Okay, so I like to see it when I get a Fibonacci resistance lining up with a trend line resistance that you can see like this. For me, it just adds more confidence into the trade. And the way that I was trading this was just down to the 15-minute EMAs. Okay, so again, I've already locked 66% profit on this trade of the 8 and the 12 exponential moving averages. They are obviously curving down right now, and I'm just waiting for the 26 now to be hit, and I will close all of my position. So that's how I've traded that today. Again, another really successful trade, and just really keeping it simple, just seeing the big movers of the day, getting some confirmation, entering in the trade, playing it down to my targets, closing the trade. It's as simple as that. Obviously, I'm it's not kind of just as simple as this. There's obviously a lot more that goes into it, but to keep it like good for all of you, I hope you understand the theory of why I've taken those trades. And moving back to Bitcoin really quickly, let's just see if we can see anything here on the 15-minute for you all. Okay, so this is a time frame that I love when I'm scalping. So you can see here, obviously we moved down outside of the Bollinger Band here by a wick, come back up, got moved up, touched the 8. So this is where you'd be, for instance, entering along up to the 5, 8, 12, and 26, where you would close that long position, because obviously this is where you get rejections. The same as when I'm coming down, I play to these exponential moving averages. You can just see how this is a really good tactic. Just interesting, this was more to just see what's going on here on the 15-minute. Clearly getting a big resistance on the 26 EMA 15-minute chart, so that's something to keep an eye on. This 26 EMA, it's clearly acting as big resistance. And what I'm interested in is the 4 hour EMAs for sort of swing plays, swing trades. And you can see again the 26 EMA, clearly a big resistance level. No, 1 wick, 2 wick, more or less a wick, coming back down, getting rejections. So 26 EMA on the 4 hour. Going to be obviously big resistance, but now we have lost the 8 and the 12 as resistance too. So there's a lot of bearish signs currently on Bitcoin. Um, I saw that Tron had this like fork thing. I don't trade news again. I'm just a technical analysis trader, but I don't trade news. But I saw that Tron had their release of this. I don't even know what it was. It was some sort of pirating coin or something like along those lines. Again, I don't follow the news of any coins that I trade. I just play the technicals, and there's a lot better that for me. I would always never really recommend anyone to trade off of news. Again, this video is not financial advice at all, but I would never ever say it's good to trade off of news. But there was opportunity. I didn't make a trade on this, by the way. I stayed clear of it. But yeah, there was obviously went up like 100% or something after it got released, which is a bit crazy. Really big volatility, but it's obviously one of those coins that got released today on Binance. So there was obviously a lot of volume going straight into that coin, and that's why some of the other alts supposedly saw such a big move down. ICX breaking through a really strong support, by the way. ICX broke really strong support. So this is now on a price discovery. It broke through. I'm keeping my eye on ICX. It's a coin that I like, but I'm not interested in catching a knife here. I'm not catching a knife. I will buy on confirmation of some of these coins, but coins like this losing really strong supports. It's just something to keep an eye on. VeChain and Ontology, two coins that I love, both seeing downwards movements today. That's good for me. I like to see that because I only like to play these coins long. Well, obviously, you can only play these coins long, so I like to see them come down because it means there's opportunities for the long positions to play them back up. So I am keeping my eye on ICX, VeChain, and Ontology in particular. Also, I am actually keeping my eye on now Tron because I believe that's going to get some really nice volatility, and I actually like shorting Tron as well, and also Ripple XRP. So those are the coins that I've got my eye on at the moment. I did have my eye on Stellar Lumens, but that's obviously seen this move back down. It lost everything they had done, so Stellar Lumens not looking good, to be honest. That was about anything, and now I just wanted to cover really quickly because I said that I'd go over it for my videos today, and it was that I had obviously it was really interesting for me. So this is now a little bit of a story. So if you're interested, you can stay around. If not, thank you for watching the technical analysis. I hope that you enjoyed. I was going to cover gold for everybody. It's sorry, I forgot to cover it because yeah, apologies. I'm going to cover gold before I get into my story, so you can stay around for gold. Which is it's basically just because I went over it in the live stream yesterday, and I just want to give a little bit of more of an update on gold. I told you all yesterday that I was bullish on gold, but I did say please do not buy in because we are getting rejected by the 786 Fibonacci level. Okay, clearly we got another a wick today rejection coming back down, but for me there's nothing to worry about. We still have really strong support. I'm not worried. Obviously, this is this is the only worry for me that now gold is all over the news at the moment. That's like really bullish news of like gold breaking through resistances, and you've seen a lot of bullish news coming out about gold, and this for me is a time to sell rather than buying. Obviously, I'm in a long in gold. Okay, I have my stop losses set in profit. Well, I'm in really big profits on gold, but I have stop losses now set in profits protecting these long positions that I'm in. Obviously I obviously had, just to clear this up, I obviously had short stop losses on the whole way up, but now I have increased my stop losses to secure any profits if we start to move down, because when you start seeing all this bullish news coming out, it's generally a good time to look to sell, because if the average trader is now becoming really bullish on gold, then yeah, that's not good in my opinion. I don't like it when that happens. But as I was mentioning yesterday's video, obviously on gold we saw the higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, where you could have just having your stop losses moving up on those higher lows. And we still do have the golden pocket of support. We do have the old resistance of the 618, which will now should flip into support. So there is support on gold if you would like to buy in. Again, not financial advice, but there is support if we get a retracement here. I am in a long position on gold. If that retracement comes and we break through this, I will stop out with very good profits. But it's a possibility that we come back down that right now, because firstly, we are hitting a a year, multi-year resistance level. Just a we're hitting a 786 at the moment, but obviously where the move first came up, this is a multi-year, okay, really really long resistance level, not to be underestimated. So that's something to keep in mind. It's not really a time to buy. Well, it's definitely not a time to buy right now. Not financial advice, but not a time to buy right now. Wait for a retracement if you are bullish on gold. And if you're bullish on gold, you should have bought in, a few months ago, to be honest. But if you missed out on your opportunity, wait for a retracement if you would like to get in. Now is not the time to buy. You wait for a retracement. So yeah, that's gold. Obviously, US oil also seeing a move down today. I like that because obviously I want some volatility coming into the market. And if gold sees, if US oil sees a strong move down, then hopefully that is going to affect the stock market. So yeah, that's everything that I wanted to look at. And now a little story about me. So yeah, this is for anybody interested. So as you'll know, yeah, I had depending if you follow me on Twitter or how much if you take any notice of what I say on Twitter. Obviously, I was saying that I had a job offer today for a hedge fund. What a hedge fund is essentially, big companies. You're managing like big amounts of money, like millions of pounds, and you are assigned like as a technical analyst. Or there's obviously different roles within the company. Okay, not everybody's a technical analyst, but you have your roles within that company. And I was being offered a role of being a technical analyst to look for good opportunities in the stock markets, equity market, etc., etc. Throughout the markets. Crypto was not actually a market that they wanted to look into, which for me was a shame. So they were not interested in the cryptocurrency market, but your commodity markets, your stock markets, and just looking for the opportunities there of investments and also trading opportunities, a bit of both long-term investments and also the stock market. And so they came to me they actually found me through my YouTube. So I don't know, maybe they're watching this. I have to be a bit careful what I'm saying, but they found me through YouTube, which was really surprising that this is obviously people are impressed, I guess, and seeing the word I'm doing. And it's funny because obviously I've been trading many years, and I've never had somebody come to me and offer me a job. I've always just kept to myself when I'm trading. And then through the coming out on YouTube as somebody, it's a local company, but they're obviously a really, really big successful company, so to speak, where they are obviously managing clients with millions of pounds, going through their systems. And so they came to me. Again, I want to kind of be careful with what I'm saying here, but it was honestly a really nice company, but it didn't work out for me because kind of what I was mentioning here, that they a bit awkward now if they're watching, but they were offering like big bonuses. That's the main attraction of becoming a hedge fund manager. The bonuses that you can get are very enticing, so to speak. So you can get very nice bonuses. And you can also obviously earn a percentage of the commission that you make on profits. But they wanted me to stay off social media. They didn't really want me to be making any more videos. And for me, that was a really big shame. But it wasn't. That was an influence that wanted me to say no. And also, as I was thinking about it, like, I personally think that the best thing about cryptocurrency or trading in general is that financial freedom that you can get. And working for yourself is so much better than working for somebody else. If we're honest, that working for yourself is really a goal that many people are going to have, because it offers you that sort of financial freedom and the time to do what you want to do. Okay, you do not really want to be a corporate slave. It's not something that I really want to get into. Again in my life, I'm so happy now just working full-time trading and for myself. If I want to do something, if I want to start playing games, I can play games. If I want to, you have like no pressure. And for me, that was the main reason why I was saying no. So yeah, that was the main reason. If you're watching it, that I just prefer, well, as obviously we went through it, but for me, yeah, that's how I feel. And like I'm saying here, like time over money. That's not to say that through trading you don't get money, because obviously you get really nice profits, but yeah, you have to like always weigh up situations. So that was just a little story about me. If you're interested in it's because I tweeted out in the morning that I obviously had the yeah, opportunity of working for this company if I wanted to take it. So yeah, that's how that went today. It was obviously very nice. They paid for a it was kind of funny that we went to this like really expensive restaurant, and I was there in I turned up in a Colombian football top. And they were in their suits, and I was in like a Colombian football top, which was a bit funny. They didn't mention it, but it was a bit funny to see me turn up. Yeah, I sometimes really enjoy wearing suits and being smart, but other times I just couldn't be bothered. I just felt like turning up and being myself. Um, it obviously wasn't a formal interview. That's why it was done over lunch. More of just like, this is what will be happening. This is what we would like you to do. This would be sort of the terms. It wasn't a formal job interview. It was something in a over like a lunch. So I really liked that though. I thought that was really nice of them. Honestly, it was really nice of them to bring me out for lunch and offer me that job. But everything happens for a reason, and my reason is to stay on the YouTube grind. I am honestly really enjoying doing these videos. I have actually, as I mentioned earlier, I've bought now a green screen, proper one. I've got a new microphone that's going to be set up. I'm going to get the new PC for streaming. I really want to like increase the ways that I can be releasing content to you all. And not in such that I'm going to be changing anything that I'm doing. It's just giving you a better experience of watching the videos. So I hope that you will all be able to tell the increased effort and that I'm putting into releasing the content, and you would appreciate it. If you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Yesterday was like my highest ever live thumbs up live stream, and that was really nice to see. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help out the channel. Helps you, and to say thank you to me. Also, it can help other people find my channel and hopefully help them out through technical analysis. And obviously my goal of being sort of like a teacher, el professor, to help other people learn technical analysis and achieve that financial freedom that many people really want. And through trading it's possible. Okay, you just have to work hard, study. If you want financial freedom through trading, it's not going to come to you on a plate. You have to work hard for it, okay? And that's working hard of looking at charts every day and trying to increase your technical analysis and really, getting on mentor, learning, studying every day. Okay, it's not a quick journey, but it's a journey that you can definitely do with the right assistance. And I hope, and I read through comments every day of people, acknowledging that I have helped them, and for me that's really nice, and it makes me very happy to know that I positively impact other people's lives through technical analysis. It's for me crazy. Absolutely love it, and yeah, please give me a thumbs up so I can help and get a bigger reach and help other people out too. For me, it's amazing to have this skill set and help others. And so yeah, thank you. Basically. And I think that's about it I wanted to cover today. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully I'll make some more live streams for you all soon. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, again, thank you. Keep your eye on Bitcoin. I'll be, as always, going up, giving more updates if and when necessarily on Twitter. Until then, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Cheers. Thank you, everybody. Cheers.